What's going on, people? It's Antoine Darden with Darden Digital, bringing you some more For Honor news and a little bit of discussion. Today, we're going to be talking about patch 1.07 and also the ever elusive Raider buff. Yes, it is only a few days away. So, all you Raider mains, rejoice. I'm even rejoicing because Raider is an amazing character, and I'm glad to see that he's getting a little bit of love. So let's go right ahead and jump into these patch notes. First and foremost, all platforms are now getting the option to customize the dead zones. This is mostly just for, when I say all platforms, I mean PS4 and Xbox. I believe the PC has already had an ability to customize dead zones and so on and so forth. So now all of you who may not have been getting as much response from your stick, you should be getting that now once Season 2 drops. Another thing that will be dropped in Season 2 will be the soft feints. Some people were able to utilize soft feints. If you don't know what this is, well, then don't worry about it because you won't be able to use it anyway. It was a glitch or a bug, whatever terminology you want to use, and the developers pretty much said they'll think about adding something similar to it or adding that as a function a little bit later, but as of now it is a bug and a lot of people were exploiting it, or a few people were exploiting it, and now they are removing it at the beginning of Season 2. And now for those Raider buffs. So let's start with his stunning tap mix-up. And I'll just read a few of these and I'll give my overall opinions at the end. But here it says all heavy attack startups can be canceled into stunning tap. Raider Fury and zone attack startups can be canceled into stunning tap. And it goes on talking about everything that can be canceled into stunning tap. Or your stunning tap can now be chained into Raider Fury, which is also a big thing because now you can jump in, stun them, and then immediately start that combo. So that's going to be a pretty good change. It's something that I like that they did that. You know, Raider was already a strong character. The stunning tap was a pretty strong move. It makes you blurry and takes a lot of your stamina away. So glad to see that he now has a pretty decent mix-up. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some people who know how to parry that very well. I believe I know how to parry it well most of the time. But if you can get one landed and get that person blurry and kind of get into a good rotation, a good rhythm, you will be good to go. So let's go on to the next few changes for the Raider. And what it is here is this Stampede charge. Now, I think that this is one of the strongest things. A lot of people ask me, what do I think needs to change on the Raider? And I've always said his stamina consumption. Now, he has a lot of great moves, but his stamina depletes really, really fast. So they're actually buffing that. As you can see here, Stampede charge, the stamina cost reduced from 40 to 60. And the target's stamina drains while being carried, so that's pretty good. Also, target stamina regeneration cooldown increased to 2 seconds from 1 after completion of attack. And if you go back and look at some of my videos, I actually talk about this. When I throw people or take all their stamina away, it's like it comes back almost immediately. So I'm glad that they are actually making that a little bit longer. I'm glad when I'm a Raider user. Of course, when you're going up against a Raider, it's going to be annoying as all fuck. So here it also says Stampede charge into wall. Recovery after knee can flow into attacks. Wow, that is pretty cool. Knee damage increased from 15. So it used to do no damage. Now that will actually do damage. So huge change there. I think that is awesome. Some other cool stuff here. It says for his damage, the chop and poke second light attack damage has been increased to 15. It was previously 10. And same thing for the chop and poke light finisher, and same thing for winding slashes, also up to 15 from 10. And then this is what I was talking about. Also, the Raiders' overall stamina pool has been increased to 130 from 120. I think that will definitely help. Like I said, man, he is already a pretty strong character. He just needed a few things to kind of help him out a bit. Now, I know this probably won't make him competitive level because he still doesn't really have any openers. Now, he can probably try to grab and throw you and things like that, but people who are good at guard breaking, it is going to be a tough go against them. People who are good at guard breaking and people who are good at parrying, it's going to still be tough, but at least he has more options to try to open up people, and he has more options to try to get them a little bit further in, tournaments and things like that. I'm assuming, you'll see a lot of people using his zone attack and then go right into the stunning tap. That might be something that you see a lot. I would love to see how much stamina actually comes out of that once you use it, because canceling that zone attack takes a lot of stamina away. So we'll see how that works, and I know some of you really good Raider players out there will put it to the test and then come back and let me know how viable this is at high level. But for us casual people who just like to play the game and get a few good scratches in here and there and, don't mind winning and losing, I think this is a great ad. I think for casuals and, even a little bit higher level play, this will be really good for the Raider and people who play the Raider. And then a little bit of bad news for you Peacekeepers. She's getting yet another nerf to some of her moves. So the stabs, the first and second stabs, the damage has been decreased, but they kind of compensate for it by increasing the damage of the third stab. And that's the only thing they really touched on her this time. But I know it must be frustrating if you're a Peacekeeper main to constantly see her continue to get nerf after nerf after nerf. And I know a lot of people probably think that she is nerfed to the dirt already, but I think she's still pretty viable. But again, my opinion on that probably isn't worth much since I'm not a big Peacekeeper fan. So if you are a Peacekeeper player, let me know how you feel about these nerfs. Let me know how she still plays, or if anybody is still having trouble going up against a Peacekeeper, let me know down in the comments below. All right, and then on to the Lawbro. He is getting yet some more changes. Now, I know if you are a Lawbringer main, it's like every other week there's a change coming to your character. But most of them are just bug fixes. I'll just put them up here. I'm not going to read through all of them, but you can take a look at them and let me know what you think about all the changes. Then there were some changes to Shugoki, and most of these are just really bug fixes and things of that nature. Nothing really groundbreaking. The big thing was, of course, the Raider. He was the big change that happened, and I want to know, how do you all feel about it? How do you all feel about the changes to the Raider? Do you think this makes him viable? Do you think that you'll see a big increase of people playing the Raider? I do. I'll probably be playing him a little bit more, but I've always kind of touched him. I've always dabbled with him because I like the Raider a lot. But get down in those comments, guys, and let me know. Do you think that this is enough for the Raider? Did you want to see something else? Was there something that wasn't added? Or if not, what would that thing have been? What would you have changed if you could control the changes to the Raider? Or are you hoping that they continue to add something else? So as always, thank you so much for watching. It is much appreciated, and that's all I got for now. See you next video. Later.